All right, let's talk about dream achievement. Let's talk about goals. Why do most people fail at goals? You know, New Year's Eve, or okay, what's my New Year's resolution for next year? I'm gonna lose a gajillion babillion pounds. So I'm gonna lose 120 pounds next year. Yeah, I'm pumped, I'm motivated, I'm inspired, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna clean out my closet tonight, I'm gonna clean out my pantry, I'm gonna go get new gym clothes, I'm gonna sign up for that most expensive gym, I'm gonna go get workout equipment, I'm gonna set the alarm for 6 in the morning, I'm gonna clear out this, I'm gonna blah, 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 blah. Okay, here's how this goes. Jan 1st, maybe you don't start because you're hungover. Jan 2nd, you do start, you wake up early, you go do what you need to do, and you feel good. Jan 3rd, oh God, everything hurts, right? Your body's hurting, you're hungry, you miss those cupcakes, but you're like, no, I gotta do this. So you push through. Jan 3rd, you do it. Hey, good for you. You feel good after the second day. Like, wow, man, I got a lot of willpower. I did this. Jan 4th, you wake up, you're like, oh God, it hurts. I don't know. All right, you drag out of bed, you eat that piece of broccoli, you stare at it like you're gonna kill it. You sneer at that thing. You hate everything about your life, you're pissed off, you're cranky, you probably get into a fight with your spouse, but you still do it. You go and you do it. You go to the gym, you eat the shitty food, have a bad mood about it, and then Jan 5th, in the morning, your best buddy calls you. Says, hey bro, we're all meeting up at the bar after work and we're gonna have a fun time, we're gonna drink, you gotta be there. And you say, no man, Bradley, I can't be there. You know, I got a regimen I'm sticking on, man. I got my New Year's resolution. And he says, dude, seriously, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, you've been working off. You can't work out like this every day, man. It's not good for you, don't you know? Only work out 3 or 4 days a week. That's what's good for you. You gotta take a break. You know what you should do on a break day? Come out to a bar with us. We're gonna have a good time. You think, really? Yeah, you're right. I think I should take a break. I'll tell you what, I'll see you guys there, but I'm only gonna have the diet Red Bull and vodka. I'm not gonna have any sugar, and I'll skip the gym today, but I'll make up for it tomorrow. I'll do double time tomorrow. And you're like, yeah, so you go, you have a great time, you don't get home till 10, 11 p.m., and then the next day, can't wake up. It's too tough. I know I'm stretching this on, but I'm trying to draw a picture. I know you're looking at me right now and thinking, shit, he knows me. This is what I do. We all do this. I do it. By Jan 6th or 7th, to hell with it. You're off the races. You are off that bandwagon. You're back to normal. And the only thing you have now is really crappy food in your fridge that you're going to throw out to get the other food, and all these new gym clothes and a new gym membership that you have to figure out how to cancel. Why? Why did that happen? Why is it that, I'm going to be very honest, I make my goals come true. Every goal I have, it happens. Flat out. I don't fail at my goals. So why can I do that, but other people can't? Why do other people fail at their goals? Why do I consistently make my goals happen, and why do other people consistently fail at their goals? Well, it's because we don't work with our mind. You know, I listen to some personal development gurus and I laugh. They say, affirmations. Stand in front of a mirror and tell yourself, I am thin. I am thin. And I laugh because you're not. If you're overweight and you're trying to lose weight, you know, I got a little couple extra pounds here. I'm not gonna stand in front of a mirror and say, I am thin. I'm not thin. My brain looks at me and says, are you an idiot? Have you looked at yourself? Dude, you're not thin. You're not working with your mind. Your mind is laughing at you. I'm sorry, I don't believe in that, so I don't think it works, personally. And it's just my personal opinion. So I found another way. I found a way to become an ally of my mind. I found a way to partner with my mind. I call it the PEG method. Transform my life and the lives of my students who have employed it. Well, here's what I want you to do. I did an awesome training on how the PEG method works. So what I want to do is I've kind of chopped it up and I put it together. I want you to finish watching that training right now. I'm going to flip over to it. Do not skip this. I explained to you exactly how the PEG method works. This is it. This is how you're going to go from where you are today to where you want to be. You want to make millions of dollars? I don't care. You want to make 100 million? You want to be a billionaire? I want to be a billionaire. I say it all the time. I have a plan. I got a plan, baby. The PEG method, it gives you a plan. So continue watching this video. But remember, do the exercise then. Do the PEG method. Take a goal in your life and break it down and do the PEG method. You are going to literally feel elated. You're going to seriously look and say, whoa, how did I not know about this? How did I miss this whole time? It's going to change your life. We're all about transformations here, right? Transformational home for entrepreneurs. That's what we are at Learn. This PEG method's gonna come up a lot. You and I are gonna work together for a long time to come. I'm gonna continue to coach you until you cross what I make per year. I am your coach, and I'm happy to do that. All right? We're gonna be together for a long time here inside of Learn Insider because you committed to me that you're gonna be with us for a long time to come. Well, PEG method's gonna come up over and over and over again. So make sure you watch the rest of this video and learn and master the PEG method, all right? So I'm gonna turn it back over to myself in a prior video. I've chopped it up and made it ready for you. Watch it all the way through. And the exercise for today, for this video, is to go take one of your dreams, one of your goals, and use the PEG method on it. All right? So here we go. Let's talk about goals. Why, this time of the year, January, what's the most popular thing people do? Well, people create what we call New Year's resolutions. People love doing this, right? And this New Year's resolutions has kind of become a joke. I mean, if you go to someone and say, I made a New Year's resolution, typically they'll look at you and they laugh. They say, oh yeah, okay, another one. What do you want to lose weight? What do you want to make more money? What do you want to get a promotion? What do you want to go to the gym? What is yours? And truth be told, I don't disagree with the fact that it's become a joke. I think it's become a joke because 99% of the people out there treat it like a joke. We can say, it's easy to say anything. It's so easy to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And that's exactly what people do. Statistically, it is proven that 75% of people have quit their New Year's resolution within 14 days of the new year. I mean, can you believe that? And then it goes on to say that another 90% have quit before the end of the 30 days. Okay, and of this, we're literally talking 2 to 3% that actually stick on board and make it happen. Now, I'm fortunate I get to be one of those 2 to 3%. And there's a reason for it. And today I'm going to fight back against a lot of common conception and common misteachings of the personal development space. And I'm going to possibly step on some toes, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways. There's really two mistakes, okay? So this leads all to the question, right? Why? Why is this happening? Let me ask you guys a question. Type in the letters NYE. Type in NYE right now. I want you to type in NYE if you've been there. If you have made a New Year's resolution and you have failed. And just be honest with me. Sorry, I'm not going to pick on you. Trust me, guys. I wasn't always able to make my resolutions come true, okay? This isn't some kind of talent I've always had my whole life. By the way, I wish you could see this. We are getting a tremendous number of NYEs. A lot of people are being honest. I appreciate you for your honesty. It's happened to everybody. If you're not typing in NYE right now, you're lying, okay? We all know that because you've definitely had a goal or something you've said you would do and you've not done it. There's two reasons. First of all, is we get really excited and we create these ridiculous goals, okay? So we overwhelm ourselves with changes that are necessary. Guys, changing, this is hard. Kidding, any kind of change in your life is freaking hard. And you can't downplay it. Guess what? I'm going to give you guys some news today. Willpower is BS. It ain't going to do it for you. It's not going to do it for you alone. On and of itself, it cannot make the change you want in your life. And I'll give you guys an example of overwhelm in a second. The second problem is this misconception, this misteaching of think it happens. Okay? I recently came to learn that the term law of attraction actually has some satanic founding. So I don't use that term anymore. I stick to the words manifestation. And if any of you just kind of had a moment where you thought, what? Yeah, if you go and actually Google it, law of attraction was actually coined, a term that was coined by people who believed in Satanism. So I've decided I don't want to use that anymore. So think it happens, right? A lot of people teach this. Now, I believe in the ability of the mind to attract amazing things into our lives. I totally do, because I can actually manifest things live in front of you. It is actually crazy how I can put a thought out there and make it happen. But let me tell you something about this. Let me tell you a misconception about the think it happens concept. Ready? It doesn't work from the start. You got to get trained in it. I'm telling you, your mind is going to stop it because your mind does not believe it. And your mind will put a stop to everything you're doing. So here, what we're going to talk about is the mind. Today, what we're going to do is show you a way to start working with your mind and not tricking your mind when it comes to achieving those goals and what you want to do. See, guys, most personal development gurus out there, in my opinion, are teaching you ways to quote unquote trick your mind, right? They're saying, okay, if you can sit there and say this quote unquote affirmation over and over, you'll begin to believe it. Well, when you think that, you're not giving your brain enough credit for what your brain really is. Your brain is not stupid. We are not dumb. Okay, your brain sits there, and when you try to tell it things over and over, it literally laughs at you. And just because you tell it the same thing over and over again doesn't make it any more real for it. But what if today I can share with you a concept, an actual practical, logical application that allows you to work with your mind? Now, let me give you some examples. Let me come back here to give you some examples of overwhelming your mind. Everything has to do in the end of the day with this. We're still working on how to do what you want in your life, because I'll tell you right here, you know what these people's problem is? It's their mind. Okay? It's a core set of things that they don't believe or that they do believe that are holding them back. So early on, when I was doing, hey, tell me your goals, tell me what you want to achieve, I heard someone say, I want to make $1 million this year. Okay, fair enough. I never rap on anyone's goals. I never rap on anyone's, what they want to do. But we're going to talk. That's overwhelming. What if right now you're at a job making $40,000 a year, and you tell your brain, this year we're going to make $1 million, and you've not shown it any way that you'll actually make that happen? Now tell me, how's that going to make your brain feel? How's that going to make your mind feel? It is scary. It's absolutely frightening. So your mind, if nothing else, to protect you from the potential fear of failure, it says, yeah, right, sure we are. Okay, then I've seen people come and say, I'm going to lose 100 pounds. Now that's okay, but they might say in 3 months. Well, holy moly, that's really tough. And most of these people are probably very overweight and have never lost 5 pounds in their entire life. And now they're saying they want to lose 100 pounds in 3 months. So part of the problem starts with the goal and the type of goal we make. Okay, now once we say it, we get pumped up. Now, most of you right now, I'm going to want you to actually talk back to me and tell me if you can relate to what I'm sharing right now. But most of the time, you'll say something and you'll put it out there and you get pumped, right? Perfect example. I've done this in the past, by the way. You say, I want to lose weight. So that's it. Jan 1st, I'm going to lose a bunch of weight. So Jan 1st rolls around. You're excited. It's like December 29th. You run to the local sports store. You buy new shoes, new pants, new this. You get a membership at the local gym. On the 30th, you're like, all right, my last day, I'm going to pig out. On the 30th and 31st, you eat everything you can. On the first morning, you wake up 6 in the morning, bright and early. You throw away all the junk food in the house, replace it with fruits and vegetables. You go out for a jog. You feel great. You feel magnificent. And then you go to the gym. And on Monday night, man, you're exhausted, but you feel like you achieved something. On Tuesday, you wake up tired and sore, and you do it again. On Wednesday, maybe you do it one more time on willpower, but you're starting to get tired and your friends are going out without you. And on Thursday, your friend says, come on, man, it's time to go out. You got to skip a day at the gym. So you say, yeah, you're right. Let me go out with you guys today, but I'll get back on it Friday. On Friday morning, you're hungover. You can't get up. You can't go for your jog. And then you feel crappy. You're hungry. You eat something wrong. And before you know it, by Saturday or Sunday, you're way off. You're back to normal. You're eating out. You're missing the gym. And the goal is gone. How many of you right now, I want you to type in me. I want you to type in me into that box below if you can relate to that. If you're sitting there thinking, man, I have done that, guilty as charged, Anik. I have done that. Type in me right now if you've done that. Sorry, just taking a quick drink of water here. All right, I want to see a bunch of me's come in. All right, I see them. Navide, Mindy, Dan, Deborah, Brian, Shabria, Gail, Hoxton, Paul, Mary, Tammy, Aleno, Nadine, Inat. Hey, Inat, welcome. Oh, awesome to have you here. Joanne, Phillips, Scott, Base. Oh my God, there's just tons and tons of me's pouring out. I wish I could show you guys this. I know you guys, I totally understand how you feel. Believe me, been there, done that, okay? It's a common thing we do. So we say it, we get motivated, right? And what I always say is we overdo it. We overdo it above and beyond what we can handle. We get frustrated. I don't know how to spell that. And we quit. This is literally, I have been through this sequence in my life, and I have seen people go through this sequence countless number of times. Okay, countless number of times. So we say it, we get motivated, we overdo it, we get all in, we go crazy, and we get frustrated, and we quit. Sometimes we might last 10 days or 12 days, and if we don't see some results right off the bat, the brain says, man, I told you, you idiot, you can't do it. And then all of a sudden, you don't have any motivation left, you have no willpower because you're not seeing results. So the key in all of this, if you want to learn to work with your mind to achieve your goals, is results, is the word wins. Building your plan around this concept of wins. That's what we're going to go over today. All right, that's exactly what we're going to go over today. So, just saying it's not going to work. I really want to give you the practical application of this thing I call the PEG method. All right, let me see if this works the way I want it to. And that did, let's see. All right. So let me ask you guys a question. I have to exit out of it, but for a minute here, do you see a PowerPoint slide? Do you see something that says PEG method on the screen? Can you type in PEG if you see that, P-E-G? Not right now. Well, yeah, even right now. But for a moment there, I had made my screen get big. Did you see the PowerPoint? I just want to make sure technology-wise we're working. All right. Some of you guys are writing very funny responses. All right. Yeah, you can see it. Perfect. So let's get back into this here. All right. So I want to tell you guys, this is what the PEG method looks like. If you could all take a moment to draw this, it would be awesome, and you're going to love having drawn it. So give me a chance to drink some water here real quick. And if you don't have anything to take notes with, by the way, every single Success Weekly, you're going to want to take notes. Trust me on that. You're going to want to take notes, okay? So I'm going to take a sip of water real quick. I want you guys to draw this diagram out, okay? I want you to draw it out right now. Okay, so this diagram is a triangle with essentially three tips, or three triangles within the triangle, right? And we have three things that are going to help you achieve every goal, everything you want in your life. It's called goals, assets, or problems. Well, and problems. And the goals is very different. We're going to do it very, very differently than what you've ever done in the past. And before I can start with this, I want to tell you a little story of how I discovered this. It's a really fun story, and it'll show you. I discovered this around 2010. And what happened is my business was doing really well. The 2010 was like right at the peak of my company before 2011, and everything started to fall apart. But we were doing really well. And I had a good friend of mine. He's in the personal development space. I won't give his name. I call him Ben to protect his identity. And he was really down and out. He was really struggling. His business was hurting. And so he came to me and he said, Anik, I need your help. So he actually flew down to my offices back then in Maryland. And I said, yeah, no problem, Ben. I'll give you an entire day. We'll work through it. And he came to me and we sat in a whiteboard. Now, if anyone ever, not in a whiteboard, we sat in our boardroom and had a big whiteboard. And actually, all my walls were whiteboards from top to bottom. If anyone's ever met me, you know I freaking love whiteboards, okay? Everything is about a whiteboard for me. So he's sitting there and I was like, what's wrong? Ben, tell me what's going on in your life. And he starts to say, well, this and that, starts to go crazy, like goes off. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. I got to put this on the whiteboard. I got to categorize it. I got to take notes because you're going through so much. And he starts telling me about all his business issues, personal issues, life issues, starts telling me about all the connections, his products. And I'm writing this all down on the wall. And then I stood back and I looked at the wall and I looked at him and I said, Ben, so you told me you have this one thing, right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, this is at your disposal. You have it. He said, yes. I said, well, what if you tied that together with this one problem you have? Wouldn't that solve your problem? And he said, I think so. I said, by solving that problem, wouldn't you end up achieving this part of your goal? And he said, well, yeah, you're right, Anik, it would. So we actually, I always call it my beautiful mind moment. Now, for those of you who might be a little lost, trust me, I'm going to take out the whiteboard again. We're going to draw it out. We're going to do a live example after example. Then we'll do tons of Q&A, and you guys will be more than well suited and more than well prepared for all of this. So essentially, we went into this, and I started to look at all of it, and I started to reorganize. And before we knew it, guys, his goal was super attainable, okay? Every single asset he had was tied to a problem. All the problems and obstacles started to melt away, and he had a strategic plan to achieving what he wanted to do. And he looked back and he was blown away. He said, "What the heck is this thing that you just did, Anik?" And I looked at him, and guess what? I said, "I don't have a freaking clue. This is just what I do." I said, "I always put all my stuff down on a piece of paper on a whiteboard. I start to rearrange things, and before I know it, I have a plan." And he's like, "Anik, you got to give this thing a name, and you got to teach it to people." So he actually was the one who named it. Ben actually said, "This is called the PEG method." I said, "Okay, that's awesome. I like it." Since then, it's been called the PEG method, and you'll see why it's called the PEG method. Okay, so everyone's got this drawn down. Let me exit out for a minute. 1 second here. Oops. All right. All right. All right. For anybody who is seeing things a little bit blurry, Gail, I see you said it's getting a little frustrating. Gail, it's got to be your internet. But at the bottom of the screen, you see a little YouTube sign. Next to it, you'll see a little screw nut, okay? If you click that, all you need to do is increase the quality at which YouTube is streaming the video to your page. Because we use Google Hangouts, so we use YouTube for it. You can actually specifically choose a higher level quality of feed that will allow it to show you things easier. But what I'll also do, Gail, is I'll just kind of write bigger and I'll write a little bit thicker. So hopefully that helps you be able to see things. So guys, let's go over the PEG method. All right. And I'm trying to write thick on purpose. This might be a little too thick. It's driving me nuts. All right. There. Let's try this. So the way the PEG method works is this, right? So we have our triangle, and we've got, goals and assets and problems. We all have problems in our life. So let me pick on somebody. Let me pick on my own goal. Let's do one of my goals. We'll do one that's not wealth-based for now. So I told you that this year I want to lose 25 pounds. Now, that's a pretty rough goal. It's a lot, but I've got the whole year to do it. And quite honestly, I've lost it before, so I know I'm capable of it. But I still wanted to sit down and create a plan. So one of the first things that we believe in, if you look at the image of the PEG method, is you see this stairwell that's in the middle of it, okay? And so the reason we have this stairwell is I believe a lot in creating mini goals. See, I want to avoid the risk of overwhelming our minds. I don't want to risk that, right? So in this case, maybe what I do is I say, all right, maybe I say like 5 pounds. So each goal is to lose 5 pounds. So I just need to do that 5 times and I'll have lost 25 pounds, okay? So now when I tell my mind, hey, we're going to lose 5 pounds in the next, 6 weeks. Brain says, really? All right, well, that's less than a pound a week. That's easy. We can do that. That's the first thing. That's the first place you win, is your mind does not fight back against you. You have no idea how valuable that is, how empowering it is to not have your mind fighting you at every turn. Now, where we go is we're going to go to create a list, okay? Let me see if I can draw straight there. Let me try that again. All right. Guys, can I get some feedback? We're halfway through. How many of you are already finding this helpful and interesting? Type in excited. Type in excited if you're already seeing some great value. I want to see some good engagement. I want to see some good feedback. We'll go back into the drawing in a second, but I want to hear from you guys. If you're already starting to see the value, you're already having aha moments, and you're pretty pumped up. Brian Raphael says boom here. And I got tons and tons of exciteds coming in, just flowing in. All right, and some funny comments as well. All right, so what we're going to do here is draw the following following thing here. Okay. And what I'll list out is my mini goals. So it's 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5. And I'll list out assets. Now I'll explain to you what assets mean, and I'll list out problems. Okay, first and foremost, a problem that I have is I hate salads. I'm just not a fan of salads, okay? I travel a lot. Like I am on the road at all times. I have no time. I even when I'm here, like I'm very busy, so it's very easy for me to avoid working out. Okay, and because of all this, I eat out a lot. All right. Some other problems that I probably have is I love, well, I mean, I don't really, this is solved now, but I had this problem. So we'll just write it down for now. Soda. Oh boy, did Anik ever love his Coke? I don't drink it now, but I did for a long time. So it was either Coke or it was candy, sweets. And it was because I was highly anemic. So I always craved sugar to give me power and energy. And the gym, right? Gym is time consuming. So the gym is time consuming. All right, so these are the things that hold me back from losing any weight. Assets. I absolutely love, okay, for some weird reason, I love lemon sparkling water. I could drink it all day long. Let's put H2O. Okay. And I have a friend of mine and a guy who actually works with me in my office. His name is Jeremy. He's a big weightlifting buff. He loves it to death. He loves lifting weights. He could do it all day long if he wanted. So that's an asset because there's someone who's very fit, who's very knowledgeable about the topic, who literally sits and lives right next to me. Okay. Another asset is I love soups. Another asset is I love weightlifting. I might not be a cardio fan, but I absolutely love lifting weights. Let's look at some more assets I might have. Let's see. Oh, I'm gluten-free. Okay, so gluten-free means I can't eat a lot of breads and pastas and stuff. Unfortunately, now I eat a lot of gluten-free breads and pastas, so that's not very helpful. But I mean, it does help me make healthier choices for food automatically because I'm super allergic to gluten. Let me take a drink here real quick. All right, I think that's enough for the moment for examples. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and say, all right, I'm going to give myself 6 weeks, okay? Or I could say, let's just say 5 weeks for ease of calculation. So I'm going to say 5 weeks to lose 5 pounds. If I did this, it would be 25 weeks. 25 weeks is how many months? It's 6 times 4, 6, 12, 18, 24. That's a little over 6 months. So I would be able to technically do and hit my goal in half of the time that I've given myself. So that'd be a win. All right, awesome. Do you guys see how right away a goal that initially sounded obnoxious, now it's like, oh, really? If all I did is a pound a week, I would lose it in half the time that I'm giving myself? Whoa. And now all of a sudden your mind is working for you. Your mind is saying, dude, we can totally do this. This is not difficult. That's the first win. We need to always be in a situation where our mind works for us and not against us. That's very, very important. So 5 weeks. So now we look at this and we're like, okay, I want to lose 5 pounds. What can I do here? And I've got 5 weeks. So I don't want to do everything at one time. I just want to do one thing. If I could just do one thing here, let's just say, let's break the 5 weeks even more. 2.5 weeks and 2.5 weeks or something like that. Okay, why am I doing that? I'm going to say for the first week, for the first 2.5 weeks, here's what I'm going to do. I love lemon sparkling water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie that with my love of soda. So instead of drinking Coke and soda and having sugary things to help, or really just, I'm going to have some Perrier water with lemon squeezed in it. This is, by the way, I actually did this and I've dropped 3 pounds in the last, I would say,
8, 9 days. Like, this has actually happened. I am not drinking soda. I love having sparkling water with lemon in it. Okay, and this is an idea I was actually given by one of my doctors, who said I gotta give up Coke. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do there, right? So here I put, H2O. This is it. That's what I focus on, nothing more. For 2.5 weeks, I don't have to throw out my junk food. I don't have to stuff salads in my face. I don't even have to go to the gym. I'm going to deploy that one strategy for 2.5 weeks and do it well, and I bet you I can drop a pound a week. Assuming I don't start to eat a lot. You got to be reasonable, right? So I can't like start doubling my intake of fried foods and all that. So I have to do things well. But now I'm just doing one thing at a time. And my mind, the whole time, my mind's like, yeah, we can do that, dude. We can totally give up, something simple like Coke by replacing it with something else that we love to do anyways. So now, what do I want to add the second 2.5 weeks? Okay, so that I can get to that 5-pound drop. Well, here's the deal. Maybe what I want to do is, because I eat out a lot and I don't like to eat salads, but I love soups. So maybe I start to, favor soups because I actually like soups, and hence I don't feel the need to eat salads. I don't think I need to eat them. If I can have great soups, then I'm going to be able to get the same type of nutrition in me without having to do that. So now here I put soups. So for the second 2.5 week period, all I'm doing is simply adding one more thing to my good habits, and that is I'm going to continue to drink sparkling water, and I'm going to replace some of the meals I eat when I'm out with soups. So I tried this last year just for fun. I was kind of doing a live example for people, and I used to go. So I go to the deli a lot in our office building where I have like a small office. I have a tendency to go to the deli, and they make this amazing sandwich. So I would get a sandwich over there and eat it, and eat the whole sandwich. Is probably like 600-700 calories. So what I started to do is I started to get a soup as well, like a vegetable soup, and only eat half of the sandwich. And all of a sudden, I knocked out 250 calories for my day, but I never felt like I was losing or missing out on anything, right? So you guys see what I'm doing? So what would happen in 5 weeks is I would end up losing 5 pounds. And now you have working for you in your benefit the number one thing, and that is that you just got a mini win. You have results. Now your brain is completely turned into your best friend. Now your brain is on board. So we took a mind that was going to poison our goals, that was going to stop us, hold us back, and now turned it into one that will literally propel us to where we want to go. How amazing is that? Just like that. Just a simple exercise. Now I want to do one of these with you guys for making money. All right? So let's do a whole nother one for making money, because I got a lot of people here that, of course, want to learn how to make money. So I wanted to start with a personal example because this is what I'm actually doing right now. Like, and I'm public about it. I'm trying to be accountable to you guys so you can look at me in a few weeks and be like, yo, what's going on? Why haven't you lost weight? I'm going to try to start losing some weight aggressively now. All right, so let me clear all this out here, guys. All right, done. All right, let me just move that again. Okay, so now let's do one, and let's say the goal is to reach $10,000 a month. Now again, your mind looks at that many times, guys, and says, all right, whatever, dude, all the best. You can't even make 100, and you're going to make $10,000 in a month. Well, in a way, your mind's right? It's trying to protect you from failing. So what I'm going to do is I first and foremost have to go create some mini goals. I have to figure out, okay, what can I do here so that I can set myself up to succeed? Excuse me, guys. So maybe I set my goals up in $2,000 slots, or maybe I even just do $1,000. I mean, you can literally do $1,000 and just tell yourself, we got to do this 10 times. Because now it's like, I got to make $1,000. Your brain says, well, shit, that's not hard. Let's just go find some things in the house and let's throw away let's sell it. Let's go to eBay. Let's list it. We'll get a chance to learn how to do eBay selling. Right? Whatever it is. So we go here and we create our same diagram. So we create mini goals, assets, oops, and we look at problems. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. How many of you right now, how many of you are actually doing this? How many of you are doing this with you right? Like, I want to hear you. So if you're doing this right now, type in me. I'm getting a lot of people. Like Jenny says, wow. Ria says, brilliant. Arthur says, wow. Pat saying, booyah. Lots of people are super excited. But how many of you just started doing it? Like, you were like, crap, I want to start writing it out right now. Look at that. Ranesha, Navide, Keith, Karen. That's when you need Nadine, Pauline, Renelle, Braden, Joanna, Janina, Sharon. We got a lot of people that are taking action because that's the power of what we're doing. You're going to want to start doing it yourself. Trust me. And I'm going to tell you guys, I have taught my friends, my family, my closest people in my life how to do this. And they have come back to me and said, it's probably some of the best training I have, which is why we're kicking off this year with it. All right, so $1,000. I'm just going to write it out 5 times just for saving room. All right, so I want you guys to type in some assets. All right, I want you to build this case study with me. So go into the comment section below and type in some things that you consider to be assets that maybe a person could have that would be assets. So let me go back here. I love this. Ron says, freaky, I just had sparkling water with lemon today in place of soda. Hey, man, Ron, it works. I'm telling you. It really works. It's awesome. For those of you right now who might be addicted to soda, if there's nothing else I give you this year, I'm going to give you that tip. Replace it with some lemon soda. You'll love it. So let's just call this guy John, okay? And let's say this is John. John wants to make $10,000 a month. So, guys, tell me what you think could be some of the assets that John has. Let me see here. Okay, I got some good ones here. Wow, okay, Lynette, I like that. Lynette gave me an interesting one. Lynette says, John is very good at photography. You know what? That's unique. I have not done anything with that before, so let me see if I can work that in. JK, I like that. Ron's got spare time. So let's say he's got 3 hours a day spare time, okay? Braden says, email list. All right, well, okay, so let's say John's got 1,000-person email list. Okay, so nothing crazy, but he's got 1,000 people. He can do, let's just say per mail, he can do 50 clicks. All right, so we'll try to use that. What else do I got here? What are some other assets coming in? Okay, a lot of people love this example that I'm giving up, so I'm going to use it. People are saying that John's also got a garage full of stuff. Guys, by the way, I don't know if many of you know this, but I'm moving right now. My wife and I just bought my dream home. I promise you I will make a video and give everybody a home tour of it. It is gorgeous. I'm so excited. It's been 2.5 years in the making to get in here, and we're moving in right now. I was packing boxes right before I got on this webinar, which is why you don't see my face today. I will be publicly on webinars later, but today I look like a mess. But anyways, the amount of stuff that we have pulled out of our house is ridiculous. We're donating all of it, but my God, people, I've come to learn how much people just hoard. I love this. Thank you so much. Someone said Learn Nation. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. So his asset is Learn Nation. Okay. He loves to write. That's interesting. Okay. So John loves to write. Okay. And let's just say John also, so he has 3 hours a day. He loves to write. What are some of the other assets he could have? He has learned. Oh, let's try. Okay, what are some problems? Guys, type in some problems for me, okay? Type in some things, some obstacles that are getting in his way, that are getting in John's way of being able to make his dreams come true, make $10,000 a month. What are some of the obstacles that could be coming in his way? Okay, type them in right now. Type them into the comments there. Edna says John's great at networking. Oh God, that's awesome. So Edna, I'm gonna put that down here. Okay, so let me hear some problems or obstacles that John could have. All right. Sharon says no confidence. I like that. Okay, because I feel like a lot of people are in this position, right? No confidence. That's a big problem. He's not motivated. Vonzo says he has a lot of friends. Okay. So he likes to goof off. John likes to waste time hanging out with his friends. Let's see here. He is unsupportive family and friends. I bet you we deal with a lot of that, right? Unsupportive people. All right. Let's see here. Too much TV. No extra money. Ah ha ha. I like that, Jane. No extra dinero. That's an awesome one. You get that all the time. Well, Amy, I can't put lack of free time because one of his assets was 3 hours a day. So in this case, I can't use that. Not techie. Woo! I like that, May. Okay. Technology. Let's just see, guys. We're just doing an example, right? So I don't want to spend too much time on this. So let's see. What are we going to do? All right, let me go to blue. So we want to make his first $1,000 to address one of his obstacles. So one thing that John knows and that everybody here knows as well is if you want to make it, you're going to have to be able to invest in yourself. You're going to have to be able to invest in your business. That's absolutely a must. It has to happen. It's a requirement that it happen. So this one is bothering me. No extra cash on his hands is a problem because then he cannot invest in proper education, proper tools. Because let's face it, guys, this whole little thing people say out there is, how do I make money for free? How do I get, everything should be free. Nothing in life is free. And you all know that. Businesses aren't built off of free. You got to be able to invest. You just have to learn to invest smart. So, okay, so I come here and I instantly see this. This guy's got stuff lying around he doesn't use. Guess what? He needs to deploy that to make his first $1,000. So he's got himself some investment capital for his business. So boom, we will have fixed that problem. So now it's time to make the next $1,000. Well, I look at this and I see that our friend, he has a lot of friends. There was another networking, right? And he loves to write. So one of the things I can put here that was was one of the other ones is he doesn't have enough contacts. So one of the things I would say is that he needs to be able to use, maybe in this case, he uses two assets to address this issue to make his next $1,000. So what does he do? He goes to one of these freelance websites, lists himself as a writer, starts to use his networking ability to reach out to people on the platform and get work to help him be able to earn an additional $1,000 in income so that he can, again, now have more investment capital for his business, and he's deploying things he likes to do, and that's probably something he can keep doing every month over and over and over again. Now, let's look at another one. So we look at this one as I'm going to say probably the bigger one here is unsupportive people in life. I mean, this one, he's got to have he's got to have some people in his life. And this probably goes along with no confidence. It's probably a big reason why he has no confidence is because he has people in his life that are telling him he can't do it. Well, shit, we're right here, guys. Learn Nation. We are waiting to support you however we can. So you know what? He's able to save up that $2,000, plus he makes another $1,000. He takes that $1,000, he invests it into a great program, and he makes a commitment to being on every single one of these success weeklies, to getting into one of our forums, to getting into our Facebook page, to meeting other like-minded people in the Learn Nation community, and building a group of friends that can support him, even if it is virtually, so that he's got positive influence coming into his life to serve him well and to solve this problem. And he uses that, probably networks and connects with some of them, maybe sells them some writing services or some photography services. Using the 3 hours a day that he has, he's able to generate yet another $1,000 and now build a group of very, very positive friends. So guys, How about that? How about that? How does that make you feel right now? Now that you just saw a live example, I want you to type in a yes. I want you to type in a yes if you're going to go take this and you are going to run with it. You're going to do this today. Excuse me. I want to see a bunch of yeses here. I want to see every single person listening to this session right now. I want to see you type in a yes that you are committing. You are committing to being here. Not being here. You're committing to doing the PEG method today. You're going to take one of your goals. All right. How about this? We got a bunch of yeses. Robert, Keith, Ricky, Mac, Enot, Scott, Renell, D, Linda, Luke, Betty, Deb, Janet, Brian, David, Eric, Dave. Woo. Rich, Shelly, Minda, Cynthia, Ashley, Narissa, Lewis, Michael. I want to call everybody's names. I do, but I know that we cannot do that today. I'll be here for another hour calling everybody's names. Listen, come to the comments section now. Tell me in the comments section, guys. Tell me in the comments section, what is one of the goals that you have? What is one of the goals that you are going to apply the PEG method to today when you walk away from this? When you leave today's session, what is one of the goals that you're going to apply the PEG method to in your life? I want to see what people plan on using this for. All right. Caesar says, "Can you read this?" I can, Caesar. I can read it. But so Kim Phillips says, "I'm going to start using this method today, immediately." Thank you so much. Michael says, "Yes, PEG the way." By the way, did anyone figure out why it's called PEG? It's called PEG because you peg one of your assets to one of your problems in order to make a mini goal come true. So you're pegging things. And that's why, by the way, the one last piece of this that I forgot to really articulate is that's why we have the ladder, right? The ladder is eventually reaching your end goal. So the ladder, every one of them are mini goals that are getting you there. All right. Jose says, flip a property within the next 2 months. Awesome, Jose. Vismo says to make $150 a day of passive income. He's going to use the PEG method on that one. But Wendy says she's going to become an NLP practitioner. Janina says to lower my blood sugar. I love that, Janina. It's going to serve you very, very well in that area. That's excellent that you think in that. Janet says for $10,000 a month income. Steven, I love this. Steven says, I'm going to finish my inbox training. You can peg your way to that too, Steven. Just one small step at a time. Sharon says to lose weight. Annette says, this is awesome. I love the fact that you feel that. Thank you so much. We just got tons of amazing goals coming in. Anaz says, lose 10 pounds. Catherine says, start my business. Amy says, begin my learn journey. Lose weight. Get toned and recording my music. Wow. Do you guys see this? Look at how this changed. I'm so proud of you. When we started here just an hour ago, everybody was telling me stuff like, I want to make $1 million. I want to make $10,000. I want to make $100,000. And now we've got all these goals coming up, like reducing my blood sugar volume, building a retirement home in another country, selling stuff from my storage locker, grabbing a great web domain to get moving. I mean, we've got specificity. We've got clarity. Do you know how many of you just here today alone have had a major breakthrough? Really, right now, I want you to type in Learn Nation. Type in hashtag Learn Nation if you just had a massive breakthrough. If you can already feel things inside of you changing, you feel a movement happening, and you haven't even done anything yet. You just got a chance to learn a better way to approach this. And I'm telling you right now that this is exactly. Dawn Sharp writes, I will use the PEG method today to figure out how to begin and create and sell my artwork to generate $40,000 in gross sales this year after my divorce from my 25-year abusive marriage is finalized. Dawn, hats off to you. Seriously. Mike says, I'm going to add 5 new client company stores in order to sell $1 million. I am so freaking proud of you guys. I wish you could see the massive breakthroughs we have seen. I mean, I've literally seen an evolution here in the last hour. From what I saw you guys typing an hour before to what I've seen you typing today, this is impactful. This is impeccably impactful. It has been an absolute honor and a pleasure working with you guys today. I'm looking forward to doing so much more with you. We're going to have a great time this year. We are Learn Nation. We are going to serve you left, right, front, and center. Everything we do this year is all about you, your success, and making your dreams come true. That's how we make ours come true, is when yours comes true. All right, guys, thank you so much.